All right, all right, all right. How are you feeling today? I am Dan Passarelli, and thanks for attending. I'm really excited to be with you right here and right now. I want to make sure you can hear me. If you can hear me, please go to the questions box and tell me what your biggest problem in trading is and whether you're ready to overcome it. So that is 2 questions. I would like 2 answers. What is your biggest problem in trading, and are you ready to overcome it? Sterling, hey, how are you, my friend? Good to see you here. Good to see your name here anyway. All right, what are your biggest problems in trading, and are you ready to overcome it? I know there's a little bit of a delay because we're streaming out on YouTube today, and that's pretty darn exciting. Let's see here. Penelope says consistency, and yes, all caps, exclamation mark. Sterling says I lose too frequently. Right, yeah, we really want to get those rates up. Let's see here. Ruby says win rate. Wow, there's a lot of that here going on. Win rates. I like that. Okay. Sterling is ready to overcome it. George says earnings. Okay, earnings. Yeah, I get it. That's why you're here, my friend, right? Good, 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 good. All right, and William says time to trade. Yeah. You've got to really have a good system in place to make sure that you have plenty of time to trade. So there's a lot I'm going to share in this training and after that will address all of these things. Before we get started, I need to point out options are not for everyone. Please read characteristics and risks of standardized options before trading. Get a copy of that by emailing investorservices@theocc.com. Don't trade with money you're not prepared to lose. And everything we are doing here today is providing generalized information, not necessarily specific to your situation. Each of us has the power within us to make trading a source of continuous wealth. And today I'm going to share with you how to unpack that power. This is my promise to you. I'm going to share with you how you can replace uncertainty with confidence so that you can profit consistently no matter what the stock market is doing using this simple, data-driven, real money-proven earnings trading system that by now literally hundreds of our student traders have used to go from that demoralized feeling that we've all felt at some time to that feeling of satisfaction and self-assurance that we all know is possible. And that is powerful. This proprietary earnings trading system that I'm going to share with you, it makes it possible. And at the end of this training, I will share how you can take the next step so that you can start getting immediate results. What do you say? Is that a fair deal? Yeah, hit that questions box for me. Is that a fair deal? Yes. Are you liking this? And don't be afraid to participate here. Let's make this fun. All right. We're going to spend some good, hard work together, and it's going to be great. Let's see here. Ruby says yes. George says yes. Penelope says yes. William says yes. You guys are awesome, man. You're fired up today, aren't you? Sterling says yes. Steve says yes. Oh, yeah. New contact, my friend. We're going to cover everything you need to hear about earnings trading today. So that's going to be great. We got a yes, and absolutely a yes. All right. So here we go. This is a pictorial representation of who I am, what I do, and some of the organizations that I've worked with. I traded for years down on the floor of the Chicago Board Options Exchange, wrote 2 of the most popular books on option trading, And I've worked with every major options broker in the US and abroad, as well as pretty much all the options exchanges in the world as well. And hey, I get to be on TV a lot, which is kind of fun. But enough about me. Let's talk about you. If you have traded earnings, I can help you do it better and be more profitable with less risk. If you have not traded earnings in the past, then hey, you are in the right place at the right time. I'm going to share a story with you. This is me with my little sister. It's probably about 1980 or something. And a lot of kids, you know, they want to be a doctor or fireman or teacher or whatever. For me, I wanted to be a trader, even at that age, which I know is kind of weird, right? But I did. And it's probably because where I grew up, I saw traders, you know, well, I mean, first of all, on TV and in the movies, and, you know, they were always on the local news. I'd see traders in their jackets in the financial district. And these successful traders were all around me in Chicago. And it excited me to think that they could make money, and good money, trading. So right out of college, I took a stack of resumes and I went looking for a job. I literally knocked on every door of the Chicago Board of Trade building, handing out those resumes. And guess what happened? Well, I got a job. And that is where I got my start. I worked my way up from a runner, which was a totally entry-level position, to becoming one of the biggest traders in my pit. I started actually trading in 1998, and life was good. I was living the dream. It might have been the best time in 30 years to be where I was. And in a lot of ways, I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Trading was easy. I mean, then you could make some mistakes and still make money. Because do you remember what was going on in 1998 in the market? You remember what they called that? The dot, what is it? Ruby, the dot-com bubble. Yes. George says the internet bubble. Exactly. Right. Hey, type the word yes if you traded during the internet bubble. I want to take a survey here. Type the word yes if you were trading back in 1998, 99, 2000, 2001, during what became known as the internet bubble. I would like to see what you say here. I'm going to have a little poll and I'll read the results here. George says yes. William says no. David says yes. Penelope says no. Ruby says yes. We're almost like 50-50 here. We're alternating every one. What else? Come on, we got more people in here. We got a lot more people in here. David says yes. Cameron says yes. Okay, good. So for those of you who said no, did you miss out? Sure, but that's all okay, because I'm going to share with you an opportunity that you can take advantage of right now that can make you the same sorts of gains, and it's just as easy, honestly, if not easier, to trade. Now, speaking of that old .com bubble, you know what happened, right? In fact, you know what eventually happens to all bubbles, right? That's right, they all go pop. And for most, when the internet bubble burst, it didn't really look like this, you know, like cute little girl who's going to giggle when it pops. It was more something like this. This is basically what happened to a lot of people. And I don't really talk about this a lot, but it's kind of what happened to me. I'd never seen a crash like that in my career at that point. Back then, I didn't know how to handle it. In some ways, I did better than some, but it was bad. All of a sudden, nothing worked as it had worked before. Trades I'd normally crush weren't making money. I started to lose my confidence. I was constantly second guessing myself. I'll never forget this one time where I just got completely run over by a trade. I lost $500,000 in a single day. That night, I had to go home and have a conversation with Kathleen, my wife. The plan before that was to put my next bonus away for our kids' college funds. And that bonus was gone now. The kids' college funds were gone now. I wondered if I'd still have a job. I wondered if I'd be able to keep my house. Everything was different. And that's when I knew I had to create a trading system that works in all market scenarios. And as fate would have it, at that moment, I was presented with an opportunity. And when you get an opportunity, what do? When someone says, 1, 2, 3, boom, here's a great opportunity. Well, you take that step. Look, there are two types of people in this world. There are those who second guess everything, and those are the people who are always looking back and not forwards. People who hesitate. And then there are people who take action and create success. And from the outside, it seems like these people are always getting lucky. But that's not it, is it? They take action. Type a yes if you're the sort of person who looks forward and takes action. If you take that step. Hit the questions box for me. I'm taking another poll. I want everybody to participate this time. Type a yes if you're the sort of person who looks forward and takes actions. Are you that person who takes that step? This is very, very important. Okay, we got a little delay, like I said. There we go. William says yes. Penelope says usually. Okay, very good introspection, Penelope. I like that. George says yes. William, yes. Did I say William already? Steve, yes. We got a lot of yeses. I like this. Sterling, no. Okay, all right. That's good introspection too. Lewis, yes. New contact, yes. Van, hey, Van, long time no see. How are you, my friend? Hope you're doing great, says yes. And Barry says yes. Wow, that's great. That's great. We got a lot of yeses and some not sure's and some no, and that's okay too. To me, the most important thing is to know where you are now and to be able to correct course so that you can reach success by taking an action. Because Kaylin says yes, because you know what? The most successful traders, they all have the same trait. They take action. Thank you, Perry says yes, usually. It's about having an investor's mindset. It's about investing in yourself. Look, action takers are money makers. Action takers are money makers. And this opportunity that I was just talking about a minute ago that I got that day, like that changed my life. And I took action. I'm glad I did. The exchange asked me to train traders for them. And I was really honored. And so I took that step. I started trading in a regular non-professional account at that same time. And so I was learning sort of a different way to trade than I was used to on the trading floor. And I discovered that there were strategies that I wasn't using on the trading floor, at least not trading them the same way, that were very powerful, that could make money in all market conditions, up or down, even the most unpredictable of markets. I made it my life's work to give back to the trading community and share these strategies with all traders and empower you however I can. And that's what ultimately led me to creating this earnings trading system. I was at the Chicago Board of Trade where I do some of my TV interviews and ran into one of my friends from the trading floor here. When you're watching traders on TV talk about the markets, we're there sharing what we're watching, what we're trading, what's making money. And many traders make a good living out of simply playing follow the leader. Good traders don't reinvent the wheel. They follow top traders and they do what's working right now. and mirror their road-tested strategies. Makes sense? Are you following me? Yeah? Good. So Goldman Sachs stock was up 39% over this 12-month period. I got another question for you. Now, this is the best question. I certainly want everybody to answer this one. Would you be happy with a 39% return in a year? Would you? This is not a rhetorical question. I actually want to know, would you be happy with a 39% annual return? Hit that questions box for me. Hit it, hit it, hit it. I'm taking a poll. I'm taking a survey. I want to know. Let's see. New contact said yes. Sterling says absolutely. Barry says yes. Ruby says yes. Penelope says yes. Van says yes. George says no. No. George says no. Okay, hold on a second. William says yes. Steve says it's okay. Okay. Lewis says absolutely 39%. New contact number 1 says yes. New contact number 2 says yes. We've got a lot of yeses. That's interesting. But I think some of the folks who said no have an interesting perspective. And I like it. Because let's face it, 39% a year is tough for a lot of people. What if I told you there was a strategy that it doesn't matter if the market goes up or down, is volatile or calm, and you can still make money consistently and potentially really good money? Well, here's the big news. Traders can do better than returns like these in all markets, and you have to. Interest rates have driven the cost of loans up, and that's bad for banks. People are worried about inflation and recession. That's bad for money managers. But do you know what saved firms like Goldman Sachs over the past few years? Their trading units. So look here. Goldman Sachs has 45,300 employees with an average salary of $108,830. Their average bonuses are $90,000. That's on top of that. That's a total every year that Goldman Sachs pays out of $9 billion in salaries and bonuses. In order for Goldman Sachs to make enough money to grow their business by 39% after paying employees $9 billion, they must make hundreds of percent each year. These are the kinds of trades that professional traders make. And that's why they make a couple $100,000 a year and even more after those big, gigantic bonuses. Look, when I started on the trading floor, I started with a $30,000 account. Making trades like this daily, weekly, and monthly enabled me to turn that $30,000 well into the 7-figure area. That's more than 24% or 39% rather a year. This is what traders are doing every day. And it's not just professional traders. This is Vic. So he was one of our student traders who traded our earnings trading system. So Vic said, I've only been trading for about a year. I actually did pretty well overall, increasing my account value by over 30% between June 20th when I went live and the end of the year. Thanks to both of you and the MTM community that has helped me achieve this. So that was just the first half of the year. That was just the last half of the year. That comes out to about a 60% annualized return. And Vic was brand new to option trading when he started doing this. Imagine what you could do with a little training. Let me start off with another question. And you don't have to answer this one. I know the answer. If you could consistently make money week after week, month after month, would you trade with more confidence? The answer is yes, right? Of course you would. But here's the real question is, how do you get there? If you need more confidence to have more consistency, and more consistency to have more confidence, how do you break that barrier? Well, you do it with what I call bread and butter strategies. Strategies that are data-driven, created by a professional trader who knows what they're doing, road test them, and they work. And right now, the strongest consistency trade is the earnings trade. There are several advantages to earnings trades. First of all, they're market independent. We don't care about direction. It doesn't matter if the stock goes up or down. Completely directional, indifferent. Also, they're very short term on each trade. Doesn't matter if the S&P 500 goes trending up or trending down, because you're out of them the very next day. These are the shortest term trades that we trade at Market Taker. That limits your broad market exposure. Plus, they're potentially greatly leveraged profits. And there's an extremely simple yes/no test to screen the trades. This is so easy. Now, the opportunities are concentrated in a short period of time. The biggest week of opportunities, actually, it starts next week. So starting on really Wednesday, July 16th is when I'm really rolling up my sleeves and digging in there, because earnings season is starting. We're going to have the first couple of stocks announcing earlier that week. We're going to get a feel for it. We're going to be ready to hit the ground running. And then the week after that, too, there's literally hundreds of earnings trading opportunities. So many. And opportunities, I mean, that's what traders need to make money, right? It's not some magic formula. It's having these opportunities and having the knowledge on how to take advantage of them. It's about having an investor's mindset, right? That's why I say action takers are money makers. You see a good value and 1, 2, 3, boom, you act on it. We are at the beginning of a life-changing time to trade. When do you want to get started, right? If like next week we have options trades to make for earnings, when do you want to be prepared for it? A month from now? Of course not. Right now, 1, 2, 3, boom, right? And the most important thing about earnings is simply that they work. It wasn't until I was a trader, like most of the traders attending this training, trading in a regular non-professional account, that I discovered the power of time spreads for earnings. Now, it's kind of funny because on a trading floor, I traded thousands of them and really honed my skills with them. But I learned the last 10% nuance that pushed the power of time spreads over the edge for me for earnings trading specifically in kind of a unique way. So long story short, I found myself on the phone with a producer from Bloomberg Television, and the producer said, Dan, listen, we want to interview you down in the trading pit. Apple has earnings coming out. We want you to give us a trade idea for how to trade Apple going into earnings. And I was like, no. Wait, why would I say that? Because you probably don't realize this, but most professional traders don't trade earnings. They're not even allowed to. At the height of my trading career, I was in the top 5 traders in my entire firm. That's out of about 50 traders as far as profitability goes. My boss would let me trade anything with the company's money, except I was never allowed to carry a position going into earnings. Why? Well, here's why. Because it's the most unpredictable day of the quarter. You can't predict direction on earnings. You show me somebody who tells you they can predict direction on an earnings trade, and I will show you a liar. You might be able to predict volatility, and we'll talk a lot more about that, but not direction. So I told the producer from Bloomberg, I said, hey, look, hold on one second. I'll call you right back. And I ran over to my trading station, and I was looking for a trade. And I was like, well, I can't buy calls or puts because I can't pick direction. Covered calls, cash secured puts, can't do those either. Debit spreads, those are directional. Can't do those. Credit spreads, way too much risk. Straddles, they're usually too expensive. We'll talk more about that in a second. Sometimes they're not. So I was like, oh, I don't know. I guess I'm going to give up. Because, those of you who know me, you know that I put my money where my mouth is, right? If I'm going to talk about a trade on television in front of like 100 million people, it's going to be a trade that I believe in. So I had one last ditch effort. I looked at a time spread and I was surprised. I said, hold on a second. This is actually a great trade. And so I immediately put it on. I did the interview. The trade made money and I was hooked. Later, I came across some data that you'll hear about in a minute that then gave me the black and white proof that this was no fluke. When the right criteria are met, this is a genuine consistency trade that can be used over and over again to crank out profits with confidence during specific periods of the year, in particular earnings season. So a time spread, for those of you who are not familiar with it, is when a trader buys an option and sells a shorter term option that has the same strike. Both are calls, both are puts. That's it. There's your crash course. That's really all you need to know. The data show that this usually works when certain criteria are met. Now, I'm definitely not saying just go out and trade a time spread on every single earnings play. That would be a disaster. But when certain criteria are met, these work out great. And you'll see that on the next slide. The other times when other criteria are met, we might use straddles or some other strategy. Those trigger maybe less than 5% of the time. Mostly we're going to stick to time spreads, so let's look at why. All right, there's a lot of data here. Don't get too hung up on trying to read all the numbers. Later, I will explain how to simplify all of this. For now, here's what's important. If you sell short-term options the day before an earnings event, they lose value greatly once earnings are announced the next trading session, which is good because, well, you're short them. Now, longer-term options also lose their value between putting them on the day before earnings and then after the announcement. But the key element of this observation is that short-term options lose way more value than the longer-term ones. So what that means and what this essentially proves is that when certain criteria are met, trading time spreads around an earnings event is effectively a long-run consistent winning strategy. And you see the results right there. I'm going to show you the steps to follow this system throughout earnings season. There are a few details involved, but this is basically the gist of it. So write this down. First, we find all the stocks that have options listed on them and have earnings coming out after the close today or before the open tomorrow. All right, you got that? Are you with me? Yes, that's important. We can find several trades a day. Sometimes there are hundreds of opportunities, even in just a single day. Or, yeah, I mean, even in just a single day, like in another couple of weeks, we're going to have that situation. We screen those trades using the yes-no screen technique. That will show us if we should even consider the trade anymore or just move on to the next one. This is your first step and will literally save you hours and hours of your precious time and make your life so much better. Not to mention, it'll ensure you're only trading the best trades, the ones with edge, meaning they have a statistical advantage in your favor, so that your win rate increases and your winners are bigger. You like this? Hey, hit that questions box for me. Hit that questions box. In fact, type the word driven type the word driven in the questions box if you are liking what you're hearing and you could see yourself doing this. Hit that questions box, type the word driven, D-R-I-V-E-N, in the questions box if you like this. Okay, let's take a little look-see here. Steven says driven. Ruby says driven. Lewis says driven. Penelope says driven. George says driven. William says driven. You guys are driven. Man, yeah. You're fired up today, and I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. And I know some of the ones that are on YouTube, I don't know if you can do it or not. You just type it in the comments below, okay? Sterling says driven. Yeah, man. New contact, driven. Kaylin, driven. Yes, 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 yes. Alex, hey, Alex, long time no see. I hope you're doing great, my friend. Van says driven. Excellent. Good. You're welcome, Kaylin. Okay, next, we model the spread on tomorrow's days with a variant vol crush on both the short-term and the long-term option based on a partial reversion to the mean, but also relative to realized volatility, all right? But then we compare that to the past to get what we call the modeled endurable gap, okay? Write that one down too, the modeled endurable gap. That is just my way of making this completely foolproof. And it's super easy too. So once you have that calculated, you'll know exactly which trades to put on and which to stay away from. But now here is where most people go wrong. We have to put the time spread on the session immediately before earnings. This is less than a 24-hour trade, and that is critical. Then the next day, we exit the trade at the precise time, which everybody always screws this up. But I'm going to share with you how you can get the timing right later. And then it's just rinse, wash, repeat on the strongest candidates throughout earnings season and into retail earnings season and beyond. The biggest secret to driving consistent results by trading earnings is that we only trade the best of the best earnings candidates. And yes, the next week, the week after, we're going to get deep into it. There's going to be literally hundreds of companies announcing. Google is coming up. Goldman Sachs is coming up. Bank of America, 3M, Coke, all these. Bristol Myers, that's another 2 weeks away, I think. But we're not going to trade all of them. I've got a lot of stocks that I'm over an 80% win rate on trading earnings. But even those that I have a hugely successful track record on for earnings trading, I don't trade those every quarter because sometimes they don't model out. This is a very selective process. So let's take a close look at how this works. So this is a trade that I made in a past earnings season. I went through the checklist that I just shared, and it identified this trade in Valero. So here's what I did. I bought 10 of the November 1st 132 puts at 319. And at the same time, as part of one trade, this is a time spread, I also sold 10 of the October 25th 132 puts at $2.35. So I bought these 132 puts, sold these 132 puts, selling the shorter term ones, and the market closes. Earnings comes out either after the close that day or before the open the next morning, and then the market opens. It's trading now post earnings. It does whatever it is that it does. What I do is I wait for 3 things to happen, and once they do, I can take off the trade. And so that's exactly what I did. All I did the very next day was I sold the ones that I bought the day before, the November 1st 132 puts, and I bought the ones that I sold the day before, the October 25th 132 puts. So on this trade, you would have invested 96 cents a contract and made 127 minus 96, made 31 cents for a 32.3% profit. Let's make this more tangible. If you bought a 10 lot, you'd have invested $960 and made $310 overnight. Now, factoring commissions, of course, that is still a very, very solid trade. This is another trade that I did. I followed that checklist that I shared with you, and it led me to putting on this trade. I bought the LVS July 26th, August 23rd put time spread by buying the August 23rd 40 puts and selling the July 26th 40 strike puts. Is a total of 20 contracts traded at 52 cents each, right there, 52 cents each, which 52 times 20, that's about $1,040 for the trade. Shortly after I put on the trade, the market closes. Earnings comes out. The next morning, the market opens. I wait for 3 things to happen, and when they do, I can execute my closing order. I put in an order to sell at 70 cents, and I waited a little bit to get filled. So I bought back 20 of the 40 puts, July 26 40 puts at 46 cents. And then I sold ones I bought yesterday, the August 23rd puts at $1.16. So what I bought at 52 cents, I sold that next day at 70 cents. That is a 34.6% profit overnight in less than 24 hours. On 20 contracts, after investing $1,040, turned a profit of $360. This is another one I did in NEM. On the day earnings was going to come out, the hour before the market closed, I bought 7 of the May 16 53 puts, sold 7 of the April 24th or 25th 53 puts, paid 80 cents. Market closes, earnings comes out, next day, boom, same deal. What I bought the day before this time spread, I sold the day after this time spread and collected $1 when I did it. $1 minus 80 cents, that is a 25% profit overnight. So boy, this is great, right? Made 25% on this one. What was the other one? 34.6% on the other one, 32 point whatever percent on the other one. Boy, does every trade work out just like this? This is great, right? Shooting fish in a barrel. Well, not always. Sometimes they don't work out. And this is one that didn't. This is a trade that I made. The checklist said that this one was a go. It modeled out properly. So I bought this time spread, May 19th, May 5th, 165 put time spread, paid $1.40 for it. Market closes, earnings comes out, opens the next morning, and it just got totally far away from me. Exactly what I didn't want to have happen, happened. Did I panic? No, because this is a system. Work the system works, right? I just waited for those 3 things to happen, and when it did, I was able to sell what I bought at $1.40 at $1.30. It was a small loser, 7% loss overnight, $80 of cash. And a lot of times losers are very, very manageable, just like this. And look, I've made hundreds of these trades by now. You know, here on another earnings date, I bought 20 of the Bank of America, Feb 14, Jan 17, 47 puts at 51 cents. Next day sold them at 65 cents for a 27.5% profit. The key here is consistency, driving consistent profits. If you make, 360 bucks on one trade, 310 on another, 425 on another, and there are hundreds of opportunities, how much can you make in just a single week? Like one of those weeks that's coming up where there's literally hundreds of opportunities a day for you to cherry pick just the best ones. What do you think? How much do you think you can make in just a single week trading this strategy once you get it down? Well, that's why a consistent system is so powerful. If you can follow a checklist, finding, analyzing, setting up, and making the trade is simple. And closing the trade is simple too. We take it off the next day, but there's a little bit of nuance. Management is key. Management makes money. That's 3 M's of trading, right? And in a moment, I'm going to share a resource to make all those nuances, to make this whole thing really, really simple. This is a system, and that's why it's easy. Work the system works. So let's talk about realistic expectations. You take the actions that make things happen to make your life what it is, right? Do you believe that that is true? Do you believe that that's true? I do. I believe that 100%. If you don't take action, if you do nothing, I promise you nothing changes. It's not magic. It's deciding to make that change. And we have traders in our online community chat room who are some of our top money-making students. They're really successful, regular folks, just like you and me, who post their trades real time for all to see, who've made the decision to be profitable, to do it. And by the way, I'm going to share with you in just a moment how to get free access to the MTM community chat room for 6 months if you don't have it yet. And here, friends, is how to make this happen. This is the Total Earnings Domination All Access Premium Package. In this complete course, I am going to share with you how to replace uncertainty with confidence so that you can profit consistently no matter what the stock market's doing using my simple data-driven real money system to trade earnings, the Total Earnings Domination System. Here's just some of what you'll learn. How to easily scan the market for earnings trades, where to get real-time data that pinpoint the winningest earnings trades, the best time of day for trade entries and exits, the yes-no screen technique blueprint, the earnings trade time spread risk checklist for maximum gains and minimizing losses, calculating the modeled endurable gap, which is so important, and how to manage the wide bid-ask spreads that happen on the close, which is equally as important. You'll also 100% understand how to know when a stock is more likely to outperform on its earnings announcement, how to set up profit and loss targets, how to select the optimal expirations to maximize potential profit. Because you now have a new opportunity to trade more consistently using a strategy that works in all market conditions, to get a blueprint for earnings trading and watch live setups on earnings trades so that you can easily follow along. How to make the next few weeks your top performing weeks yet. Now let's talk about who this is not for. Yeah, it's possible to make a lot of money in a short period of time with this, but I want to be clear, it's not gambling or guessing. I've done the math. You just follow along. In fact, you're going to get a spreadsheet with this where you just type in a couple of numbers and it spits out whether it's a good trade or not. You're going to trade with a mathematical advantage like a professional trader, and it's completely simplified so anyone can do it. And it's also not for people who would rather spend years and years and a bunch of money and endure losses to hopefully learn how to do this over many years' time. This is the fast track. This is not for wishy-washy procrastinators. And I know that's not you because you're here. So who is this for? This is for you. If you want more consistency, this is for you. If you want low risk trades with high profit potential, this is for you. If you believe your success is tied to following a methodology, This is for you if you can follow a few simple steps. And this is for action takers. And for my action takers, I'm going to make this really easy for you. This is our total earnings domination 6-month all access premium package. So let me share with you what you're going to get with this. First, you begin with the Secrets to Trading Earnings Bootcamp video. I'm going to put 30 plus years of my experience into your head with one short video. This is the keys to the kingdom. That's a $2,995 value. Why? Because if you can make the kind of money we're talking about consistently on daily trades throughout this earnings season and for the rest of earnings seasons this year and forever, this small one-time investment can pay you over and over again for a lifetime. And you can see there is no auto renewal for any of this. It's a one-time easy payment. I want to get you up and running fast. So I've created the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course. These 3 short videos give you all the information you need to get started right away. But hey, I also want you to have this literally mastered. So you're going to get our 4-part on-demand video masterclass, Earnings Trading Techniques from 2 decades on the CBOE trading floor. You'll know exactly what to do every time. This puts the power into your hands. And isn't it important to make sure you can put that knowledge to use? You can actually do it? Well, today you're going to get hands-on training. Starting July 16th, you'll log in and watch me trade live. I'm going to be trading in my real money account, so you'll see exactly what to do as you follow along with me as I reveal all of my top picks. You'll literally see the system being traded in the live market, and you'll make your first trade together with me as a group. This is the next best thing to actually literally being in the room together with me. This is the ultimate hands-on training. This is an all-access premium package for $8,086. But I created a couple more bonuses that I would like to share. To start with, I want to make sure this works for everyone, regardless of your experience level as an option trader. Even if you're brand new to options, to make sure this works for you, you're going to get the Options Impact Quick Start video course. This on-demand course levels the playing field for beginner option traders. It covers all the basics you need to begin trading options confidently. Even if you've never traded an option before, you'll be able to start trading like someone who's been trading successfully for years and get you on the fast track for this earnings season. Meet Jill from Cincinnati, Ohio. One of her first trades she did together with us in the live coaching sessions. She bought a Microsoft time spread that met our criteria, as did I and the other students in the class. She bought the spread at $2.65 and in less than 24 hours sold it for $3.75, locking in a 41.5% profit. And she posted real time in the MTM community chat room, which you will have the same access to. Today, you're getting free 6 months of the MTM community chat room. You'll log in and get all your questions answered by me or our other coaches. But another huge sort of secret benefit is that in order for you to be successful, I need to put you in a community of traders who are going through the same struggles as you. And some who have gone through these struggles and made it to the other side and are now successful and post their trades live real time. And this is what one of our student traders who joined us said in the chat room. Jason Fullen from Leander, Texas said, closed IBM for 85 cents or 124% profit. Opened the trade for 38 cents. And you know what? This was his first total earnings domination trade. A $1,000 winner on the first trade he made in the live earnings class on the very first day. Jacob D from New York, said, Very first head trade, APA up 36%. Thanks, Dan Pass, and everyone who contributes to the group. Borislav from Cologne, Germany said, a system that works with a brilliant logic behind it. So first today, you're going to get the Secrets to Trading Earnings Bootcamp. You're going to get the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course to get you up and running fast. You're going to have this mastered with the masterclass, Earnings Trading Techniques from my 30 years on the CBOE trading floor. And the most important part, you're going to get the hands-on training with the 5 live coaching sessions with my top picks every day. And you're going to get the Options Impact Quick Start videos, and you're going to get the MTM community chat room. This is an all-access premium package, including those bonuses, worth $9,765. But I want to make this completely simple, completely irresistible, so you can confidently immediately join us right now. A 1,000,000-mile journey begins with the first step. And this, friends, is that step. Go to markettaker.com/TED right now and get all of this for a small, easy investment of just $697. 1, 2, 3, boom. That's market as in stock market, taker as in take what is rightfully yours, 2 T's in a row. And join us now for a one-time, small, easy investment of just $697. That is a massive 92.9% off discount. And this has become our most popular trading system. So this time around, we're only accepting 19 traders, the first 19 of you who take action right now. And so why would I give such a huge discount, and why would I limit it? Because look, first of all, I want to create 1,000 success stories this year. That is my goal. That's my goal last year, and we did it. That is my goal this year too. And people who take action are the ones that can be great traders. When you see a great opportunity and fearlessly act on it. So to reward the traders who will move forward, this 92.9% off is valid only for the first 19 people to join us right now at markettaker.com/TED. And I mentioned this before. This is the best part. You're going to love this. For those who join us right now, here is the big bonus. Action takers, you are going to get my proprietary spreadsheet that I created to track all my trades with all the proprietary formulas on the sheet that help me make these trades confidently in just minutes. Now, this I cannot open up to everyone. I just can't. I won't. I can only invite a handful of traders because, frankly, this is too valuable, and that is why I'm limiting this only to the first 19 people. This $1,750 valued price tag is what I put on it. It's worth so much more, but this is the best way I know to all but ensure your success. Look, I take this very personally. You are investing in your success today. And by sharing my personal spreadsheet with you, so am I. I'm giving this spreadsheet to traders who take action right now and join us during this training. 1, 2, 3, boom. So to recap, when you go to markettaker.com/TED right now, the first thing you're going to get is the Secret to Trading Earnings Bootcamp video. That's everything I know about trading earnings put into one video. You're also going to get the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course. You can watch that first. It's 3 short videos that get you up and running right away. And look, I want you to be great at this. I know you want to be great at this too. So we're giving you the masterclass, Earnings Trading Techniques from my 30 years on the CBOE trading floor. The best part of this, though, is the live hands-on training that you are going to get. There's going to be 5 online sessions where I log in, open my trading account, and trade these earnings trades live with you, show you how to fill out the spreadsheet, the whole thing. And you're going to get a bonus. You're going to get the Options Impact Quick Start videos. You're going to get the MTM community chat room so that you have a community of support, and you're going to get my easy spreadsheet tracker to make sure that you're getting it right every single time. Go right now to markettaker.com/TED. This is now with all the bonuses, 93.8% off, only for the first 19 traders to join. Or you can call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. And you can talk to Phil from our Trader Success team, 708-381-1768. He will answer any questions you have and make sure that you get signed up so that you have enough time to go through the material and be ready for the hands-on training that starts next week on July 16th. This is some of the things that some of the folks said in the chat rooms. They're talking about closing their positions, a 40% gain here. This one out of STZ with a 26% gain. 54% gain on the second half. Wow, experiencing some serious FOMO right now. I bet that person is, but you don't have to because you are an action taker. Action takers are money makers. But this earnings cycle, it's starting in a few days. And I believe that this is the most important one that you can take advantage of right now. Because you know what? We've got these tariffs that are coming into effect. They're going to just only start affecting companies this time around. Next time around, the ball's going to be different. So what you have to do is get it down right now, stockpile some cash, right? Learn the system, be great at it, and then next quarter and next quarter, you continue along. This process, it is literally starting right now. When you enroll today, you're going to have just enough time to get through the training of watching the boot camp video, the accelerator video course, to get up and running right away, and then to have the masterclass to be ready for the first live class on July 16th. These are the 5 most important classes that you will attend this year, probably your entire trading career. This earnings season is the opportunity of a lifetime for those who choose to put that opportunity into action. So it's go time. For those of you who've been waiting for the right trading opportunity, this is an opportunity to change your life. Also, in the past, because earnings season is once a quarter, right? You know, it's this quarter, then it's next quarter, then it's next quarter. So when I started this, when someone joined, they got 3 months access. But I had some people tell me, but Dan, I have a commitment and I can't make all of the live earnings trading classes. Or Dan, I'm going to be out of town for part of earnings season. So I wanted to make sure that everyone who invests in the class will be able to fully use this to get the results that you expect. So my team and I decided that with the Total Earnings Domination All Access Premium package, we would make the class available for a full 6 months. So as of today, you have plenty of time to get through all the material, and you get to attend the 5 live earnings trading sessions in October's Money Week as well. Those 5 hands-on training sessions, they're all totally live. If you can't make it live, they're all recorded. In each of those classes, I will reveal all the top earnings trades of the day, each of those days. We have seen quarters where our trades in this hands-on training have been well above an 80% win rate. We had one quarter where it was 100% win rate. I want to say that was 2 quarters ago. This quarter has all the makings of being a top performing quarter. And I'm super excited about it. I'm going to prove that anyone can do this, regardless of experience or account size. So this is my guarantee to you. I am actually trading these trades live with my own real money, so you can see exactly how it's done and follow along. I'm using less than $10,000 of my account to show you that anyone can do it, regardless of account size and regardless of experience, because you're going to get the Options Impact Quick Start videos today as well. So right now is go time, right now. And I'm going to welcome the folks who just joined us in just a moment. But first, let me share what some folks who joined in the past have had to say. David Zicko from South Lake Tahoe, California said, I closed last 5 at $1.41, total gain $425 less commissions. The class has paid for itself. Thanks, Dan. That's the objective, isn't it? Not just pay for itself, but to make ROI. And that leads us to what Sachin from Glen Mills, Pennsylvania said. God knows I have made multiples of the money I have paid for your class. Talk about ROI, man. Russell Ketchum from Glendale, California said, I am above an 80% win rate. Most of the others were maybe a 5% loss only. Bob Bettino from Ringwood, New Jersey said, I closed out Sunrun 10 seconds after the open. I watched the vol crush from over 400 to 200. Holy crap, amazing. Made a 41% profit. Wow. Tyler Mikla from Lexington, Tennessee said, I took Dan's MTM course about 7 years ago. He started me down a path that I'm on today. Now I'm a professional options trader at a fund. Thanks, Dan. And I just talked with him a few days ago. He's now working at the Chicago Board Options Exchange. So no matter what your experience level is, if you're brand new to options, you've got the Options Impact videos to get you caught up right away. If you're super experienced and want to get to that ultimate top level, professional trading level, we do that too. Just ask Tyler. So go right now to markettaker.com/TED or call 708-381-1768. That's 708-381-1768. Or grab your cell phone, one of these, open the camera app and aim it towards that funny looking thing in the middle of your screen. That is called a QR code. And that'll pop up a link for you to click, for you to join right now. You just join right over your phone. Now, first of all, I want to welcome the new folks who just joined us. First of all, welcome and congratulations to Peter. Peter, welcome and congratulations. That is a not American number, so I'm not sure exactly what city or state that you're from. But also welcome and congratulations to Ruby from Portland, Oregon. Welcome, congratulations, nice job. Welcome to Penelope from Austin, Texas. Welcome to George from Fremont, California. Welcome, congratulations, great job. Welcome and congratulations to George and William and Steve. Now, some of these folks joined us from signing up with PayPal, which leads me to a question that I get quite a bit. Sometimes people will say, Dan, listen, this is exactly what I'm looking for. I need to be able to trade a system that has a high win rate so that I can be more consistent and have regular income coming in from my trading. This is what I want, but I have a hard time coming up to $697. Is there a way to finance it? And that answer is yes. You can use PayPal and PayPal credit. We have a deal with PayPal to offer you both PayPal as a payment option and PayPal credit, so you can lock in total earnings domination today when you check out using PayPal and just choose PayPal credit. How do you do it? It's super easy. Just go to markettaker.com/TED and click the PayPal button to get started right now. Now, I'm going to answer your questions. If you have a question that I can answer to make it easy to make the decision to come and join us, please type your question in the questions box. That is what it is there for. In the meantime, here are a few frequently asked questions that I get. Is this live or recorded? Both. I know you're busy. Not everyone can make it to the live classes. You can attend the 5 live earnings trading classes that I mentioned, but if that doesn't work for your schedule live, it's okay. I'm going to record them so that you can watch them when it's convenient for you. So those of you who just joined us, you got a username and a password in your email. Please go to your email inbox right now and make sure you got it. If you don't see it, check your junk or spam folder. It was automatically sent to you with the email address that you signed up with. How long do I have access to this class? With the Total Earnings Domination All Access Premium package, you're going to have an entire 6 months access to all these materials. You'll have plenty of time to master the system. Is this time consuming? No. In fact, it will save you time so that you can spend the time doing the things that you love with friends and family. Right? It can save you years of struggle and foregone profits. You can spend years trying to figure it out on your own, but right now is the hottest earnings season that you are likely to see in your lifetime. You'll be able to go through this simple course now and start seeing immediate results. How do I know I'll be able to do it? This comes with hands-on training, where I'll show you in the live market exactly what to do with real live trade setups. And the number one question that I get, is there a limit on the number of students who can join? And that answer is yes. We have to limit the number that we allow in the live component of this package, or else it just gets out of hand with questions. I want to give each of you my full attention, so we have to limit the number we let in. I have a small team committed to your success. If you're committed to doing your part, we will do ours. And therefore, today is limited to the first 19 traders who are serious about maximizing your gains during earnings season. So right now, this is crunch time. If you are ready to make it happen for yourself, we are going to help you and make it super, super easy for you. The first live training session is Wednesday, July 16th. Wednesday, July 16th at 2:45 Eastern time. That'll go an hour and a half from 2:45 to 4 o'clock Eastern time. So go right now to markettaker.com/TED or call 708-381-1768. And now I am going to answer all of your questions that you have so that you can make the decision to join us. This is for you. Question. How many trades do you put on during earnings week? Great question. So we put on the ones that model out, okay? We put on the ones that, like maybe there's a couple of hundred this week. We have some easy screens to limit that down to a much more manageable number. And then we feed them into our spreadsheet, do the yes/no screen, and that tells us which ones we should continue on the spreadsheet. And then it just tells us yes or no. So there's some days when, geez, we might only trade 1 or 2, and some days we might trade 5 or 6 or even 7. But they all come off the very next day. And so we never have a number of trades that are overwhelming. We're cherry picking just the best of the best ones. Does this renew every month? Yeah, great question. No, this does not renew every month. This is a one-time, small, easy investment. You have access to this class for a full 6 months. You're going to have it down after that. For those who want to continue on after that, you're welcome to. You're not required to. There's no recurring payment or anything like that. And we give you a really, really sweet deal on the second 6 months, which some of you have already, somebody messaged me about it already. You saw the little surprise Easter egg that you get when you sign up here. So good catch, and good job following through on that as well. So does not renew every month, one-time thing. What if I work during the live sessions? Hey, no problem. They are all recorded. We've got, I would say, easily at least half of the student traders that we have with us have full-time jobs. They can't make it to the live ones, so they watch the recordings. Can I only trade total earnings domination during the live earnings trading week? No. That is when you're doing it together with me, the hands-on training. But the whole goal is to make you empowered, not to make you reliant on me. Like, you know, sometimes people send you these trades, and if you don't keep paying for the trades, you can't trade anymore. I don't believe in that. I respect you. I want, and I know you respect yourself. I know you want to be good at being a trader. This is designed to give you all the tools you need so that you have the power over your own financial future. Is every company that's announcing earnings a good candidate for a total earnings domination trade? No, very few are, but that's why we screen them very, very quickly and have the yes/no test. I mean, you know, it's going to take you very couple minutes to screen each candidate. Does a stock have to have a certain volume in order to trade TED? Oh, good. You guys are already picking up on the lingo. TED, total earnings domination. No, it does not have to have a certain volume. It does have to have a certain amount of liquidity, which we measure a little bit differently. And all that's in the accelerator videos, masterclass, and you'll hear about it in the hands-on training too. Do we care if the company met earnings expectations or not? No, because we have no way of predicting that at all. So we don't care about that. These are not directional trades. Do I have to install software? Nope, not at all. I was planning on creating an online tool of the spreadsheet so that I don't have to just give away the spreadsheet every time, but I never got around to it. So I'm going to keep literally giving you the keys to the kingdom, the spreadsheet that has all the answers in it. Oh my gosh. And the formulas are not even password protected. Like literally, it shows you everything. Do I have to have an account of a certain size? No. In fact, I've got a few different trading accounts. The one I'm using has like around $5,000 in it. That's the one I'm using because I want to prove that anybody can do this with any size account. I have never traded a time spread before. Is it difficult? Nope, not at all. In fact, it's super, super easy. You're going to watch me do it. You're going to make the same trade as me. Super easy. How long do you keep these trades on? Just overnight. These are less than 24-hour trades. They're the shortest trades that I trade, shortest term trades that I trade. Where do I sign up? Oh my goodness. Just go right now to markettaker.com/TED, or you can call Philip at 708-381-1768, or just go to your camera app and aim your phone at that, and it'll pop up the webpage to sign up right there on your phone. Man, you guys are awesome. Welcome and congratulations to Richard, Omar, Ashley, Anthony, Nicholas. Holy cow, we might hit the 19 today. So what other questions do you have that I can answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? While you're typing your questions in, I do just one more time want to say to the people whose names I just read and the people whose names I read earlier and the people who are in the process of joining us, again, welcome and congratulations. Like, you are making it happen for yourself. You don't just hope that magically your trading gets better. You're making the decision to get the tools to make it better. And that's how you empower yourself. I'm just providing the tools. I'm just making it possible, but you make the decision and you're the one who's executing that power. And that's really, really something special. So great job making it happen for yourselves. That's really, really awesome. And for those of you who didn't join us, I completely understand that too. Hey, it's not for everybody. If you're new to trading and you're nervous, like, oh geez, I'm going to invest $697. I mean, you're probably not ready to make any trades yet, which is okay. I mean, when anybody starts, you don't understand, you don't have that investor's mindset yet. And it takes some people not long at all to get it, and it takes some people a while to get it. But once you do get it, it's a powerful, powerful thing. It really is. It can change your life. It can change your life. So I'm glad that everyone joined me today. Super, super excited for all of our new total earnings dominators. Now here's what I'm going to do, friends. I'm going to put a timer on this. So I am pulling up a timer. I'm going to set it for 5 minutes. And when this timer goes off, we're completely done here. So ready? 1, 2, 3, go. So we got, oh wait, I missed the button. We got, oh, there it is. Oop, how do I get rid of this one? Okay, so we got 453, 452, 451, 450, 449, 448. All right. As soon as you hear that alarm, I'm going to make sure I got the sound turned up all the way. As soon as you hear that alarm, we're done here. This goes away. We're finished. So please go right now to markettaker.com/TED. markettaker.com/TED, or call Philip at 708-381-1768, or just use that QR code, sign up right there on your phone. Just get it done. Oh, here's a question. What all do we get? So you're going to get the Secrets to Trading Earnings Bootcamp video, the Total Earnings Domination Accelerator video course, the 4-part master class from that I share everything from my 30 years of doing this, over 30 years of doing this. And you're going to get the hands-on training. That's 5 days in a row, July 16th, 17th, 18th, 21st, and 22nd. We're doing it Wednesday through Tuesday. So you get the understand how it works every different day of the week. Really, really great question. Really, really great question. And you see, yes, we've got the QR code down there on the bottom. Super easy to do. How much time do we have left? Why are you asking me that question? It took you time to type in that question. you should use that time to actually go and sign up. We've got 2 minutes and 48 seconds, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41. Go right now to markettaker.com/TED and let's get this done right now. Or give Philip a call. He can answer questions for you too. Let's see here. Who else do we have here? Yeah. Okay, good. Oh, okay. We just had Catherine join us. Okay, welcome and congratulations, Catherine. Nice work. And Eric, holy moly, great job. Yes, we've got probably under about 2 minutes right now. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? I'd really like to see you be part of this. I have literally seen traders transform from just this one class. You know why? Because you're using volatility. Like so many traders look at options like, oh, well, I think a stock's going up, so I'll buy a call. Okay, well, great. You're not taking advantage of time or volatility or anything. This helps you deeply, deeply understand options and use the options nuances that actually make it easier to make money, in my opinion. So yeah, so you have time left. You've got 1 minute and 12 seconds, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, come on. Not much time left. What other questions can I answer to help you make the decision to come and join us? Jerry, David, Jerry or David or anybody, do you have any final questions? I know you guys have been in some of these webinars in the past, and I want to make sure that you're able to move forward with this and not just, you know, learn about what the system does, but actually use the system. And the spreadsheet makes it really, really super easy for you. What other questions can I answer? We're down to the final, less than half a minute left. We got 19, 18, 17. Let's make this happen. All right. We're going into the home stretch here. Finish up that order form. If you're in the process of completing the online order form, please finish that up right now, because there it is. There's the alarm. If you're in the process of completing that online order form, please finish it up right now. I'm going to leave that up for just a little bit longer, and then it's gone. It's just gone. So I don't want you to miss it. I want you to take advantage of this. I mean, it's a 93.8% off discount. This is the best thing that I can do for you. And I believe this is our best class. This is something that I personally trade myself, and you'll be able to as well. So that said, friends, have a great rest of your day. Trade smart, and I will see, looks like most of you, online next week in the live earnings trading classes. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.